Good time zone. Sorry I'm a little late back to the mic. I was getting my coffee. And that's important for all of us. Hold on a sec. Get my earbuds in here. Hopefully I'm not echoing or something, because if so, I can't tell yet. All right. Oh man, I don't even have a shirt yet. I mean, I have a t-shirt, but I don't like, here, look, see, I'm wearing a t-shirt. So let's fix the camera, and I'm gonna go get a non-t-shirt representing. It's always concert style Ryan underneath. It's not usually concert style on top though. It's actually all right. Yes, all right, give me 1 second. Maybe there's even a shirt. I got a rack of some clothes over here. Let's see. Maybe I don't even have to leave the downstairs. No, I've been booted out of this, off of this rack. My shirts are upstairs. 1 sec. Go with my only shirt with snaps. You got wrecked. You say Timber and I, D, were you co-streaming or were you just there? What was the partnership there? All right, but let's scroll to the top, say hello to folks. Like Rob. Hello, Rob. How you doing? Welcome, Timber. Hello, Tron. What's up, Hat? Hey, Dunk. Good time zone, true. Love sleeves today. Sure, sure. Right on, Hat. Do your thing. Hey, hey, mama. Said the way you move. So you were each streaming separately? Sounds like both participated in the event, but not like co-streaming or anything. It's possible some settings got messed up in the mics, but might just be noticing my breathiness more. Are default basics a thing? I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Here we go. I'll just make sure that the correct mic is at least being called for. Yeah. It's doing what I think it should. Swap that quest, hit a 750, get some audio. All right. What's this? Oh, I looked into this. I don't really care. But if you want the styles, I like playing for styles. I think that's a fair way to go. Well, I don't have too much to blah about here. Let's get on it with a 1 versus 3 poll. Ha! I beat you to getting on with it, Rob, but you can have your meme anyway.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Best of 3 wins out in a low turnout election. That's how it goes, though. Oh, this is a resume? I wonder why that said resume. I don't know. Feeling a little Polly Shore today. I don't know about that. Although if I could have his curls, I would take him, I think. That's some pretty good hair right there. All right. Let's do it. Jumping in. Wow. 8th in the queue. That's nice. We'll go to draft view, and I'll thank my sponsor. Check out cardkingdom.com via my affiliate links and whatnot, and they'll hook you up with everything you need for your Magic life. If for some reason they don't have something you need for your Magic life, you put in a request for it, and they'll tell you when they have it. All right, I've been doing a lot of ninjutsu, and I wouldn't mind pivoting elsewhere. Smelter is a really powerful start. So is the Seed of the Empire. Just starting with a land/removal spell is pretty good. I'm looking at basically any of these. The rare and the uncommon slot is of interest to me here. We have just a powerful removal spell and a flexible one. This is a build-around plan, and this is a build-around plan, and this is a build-around plan. And I think given all these things, yeah, I like Smelter or Seat as a monocolored start here. I doubt this wheels Mechanaut, but like if nobody is doing the thing, sometimes this can wheel, and that would be a massive sign. But I do like... I'll take the Smelter because I like these decks. If we got into red-black artifacts, that would please me. So I'll grab that, see what happens. Best card in this pack, though, is probably the Selfless Samurai as a monocolored save anything. And it, if it's in a place where it can attack, it gains you life. This thing, not too impressive in my experience. I mean, a 1/3, but it's tough to cast. You might not get that down on 2. And you're really doing the Saga thing, ideally. I don't know, has anybody gone off with this? Like, I've never seen anybody, like, do the thing with this. Seems more constructed, maybe, where you're hoping to do that. Lethal Exploit is a legit removal spell. Artificer. Yeah, I'm taking Samurai. It's just the best card here. And now we get a Kami's Flare. A lot has been spoken about how removal like this is kind of at its worst in this format, as there's often creatures you need to kill that have already gained your opponent's a card worth of value, so you feel like you're falling behind to kill it. That being said, there are plenty of targets that aren't like that. It just means it's not at its best. It doesn't mean it's not a powerful removal spell that you're happy to run in your deck. And it matches one of the cards we have already. What will we take if not? Disruptor, heading towards blue-red artifacts could be interesting. This is okay with the samurai. This could be heading toward, although Smelter isn't really a pair with this. I mean, you'd run them in a red-white deck because of the curve considerations. I think I'm going to take the Flare because it matches Smelter, but I am eyeing this Disruptor and wondering if I'm not going to wish I had that by the end. Suit Up, Octopus, Patrol. Just we could actually head into red-white here with Patrol. That leaves Smelter as kind of an odd card out, but actually is a nice start in terms of Samurai, Flare, and Patrol as a trio to start. Boar is a fine card, and it's certainly a red card. I just have come down on this, like, to me, it's a C plus or whatever, and I just don't feel like I need to prioritize. Yeah, I'd rather have a Suit Up. And I'm actually, like I said, I've come up again a bit on the Octopus. I've been finding ways to get value from this. And yeah, Searchlight is fine as well, but I think that Wheels, I'm going to take my narrowly my pal the Suit Up over the Moth Rider. Hey, this is nice. I really do want to do this if we can, and this is a sign from the table that we can. I mean, I first pick this regularly. I think if you have a weak rare and this is in your pack 1, this is a great place to start. There's the whole Grixis wing of this format is laden with artifacts. It is not hard to make this thing work. And you really, like, we once had a deck with 2 of these and only like 8 or 9 artifacts, and there was some concern that quote wasn't enough. And it's like, no, it's not enough for it to be as awesome as we know it can be. But that's what's so great about this card. You don't need too much support for it to be fine, and it doesn't take much beyond a little bit of support for it to go from fine to incredible. Another artifact, but removal. I think we're going to take removal. If we're sure that we're going to be modified, we'd rather just have the Flame Discharge. But Voltage Surge is going to be my pick. Sling is not a priority for me here. I'll run these in this type of deck for sure. Converting a Sling into a 3/1 with Smelter, for example, is a thing that I'll do if the coast is clear for good attacks, that kind of thing. But I just feel like we can get these late. And having some surges in a deck like this, I beat this drum a lot, but the shock, specifically 2 damage at instant speed for 1 red, is really powerful on the draw. When Oppo goes land, you go mountain, they go land, 2-drop, and you pick it off with your Surge and then untap and play a 2-drop of your own. It's like you've taken over the play and you're up a card. So that's a sequence that is so great that I think I'm higher on this than most people because of that specific sequence. But I'm going to take the Song Shaper here. Yeah, Terminal good too. But I'm going to start with the Song Shaper, the 2-drop on curve bear, and then Terminals seem to go pretty late to me. Nothing great here. Return to action if we find ourselves in a black lane with the red, which I really like. Again, we're looking kind of Grixis. This is a Grixis start, basically. Red artifacts is Grixis, and we're looking to see which way we're banking. And actually, well, let's see. Miracle of miracles, if the uncommon blue-red artifact flyer is still there, we know our lane. I don't think it will be, though, and it'll probably say that maybe even means we're supposed to go black. If somebody else is taking the blue artifact lane. But then we still have a Suit Up here. We still have a Familiar here. And so I'm really worried that we're actually just, if we take another blue card and slip into red-blue, with the uncommon being gone, we're probably fighting for this pair. But I like both of these cards. They're still here. And I like Suit Up significantly more than Clawing Torment. I'm going to take Suit Up. I'm worried, but I'm still taking the best card there. Like I still like that pick. If we don't play this, Suit Up's okay. On that front, we can take Artificer here. It tends to be a little out of place because in these artifact decks, you're kind of low to the ground and the ramping doesn't matter all that much, but it still plays. One thing that I've done a lot with automated artificers that I've run in these red artifact decks is be able to do something like the 2/3 reach ETB deal 2 on turn 3. You know, that's a game-winning play that you can pull off. We do have, I guess we could take Shadow Walker. We're closer to a black deck that might run the Walker than I think a white deck that runs the Moth. Yeah, I don't hate Torment. I just like Suit Up better, right? And I like... well, I was going to say I like red-blue better, but that's not even true. I really just like the Grixis stripe of artifact decks. I just think are fun. We'll take this, and it's probably not going to happen, but... All right, give us a sign, Magic Gods. What are we doing with this base red artifact sitch? Splashing blue and black? Is that the answer? I had a ninja deck with this Planeswalker in it. I think I trophied with that one. Hey, East. I don't think we're trying to splash this, though. Would you? I mean, especially when we have good picks for us here. I think maybe we just want a synthesizer. It's weird to kind of first pick this when we might hope to wheel it if nobody else is doing this. But I don't want to risk it. Another Surge is fair call out, Rob. I think I want synthesizer number 1 over Surge number 2. But it's pretty close, and I'm gonna take the sure thing for this deck. Here's a Surge we could grab to continue sure thing plans. Apprentice could be argued for over the Surge, given the needs and how Apprentice is, like a lot of these 1-mana cards, just doing a lot of glue stuff. It's a card that works with the ninjutsu. It's a card that works with the artifact deck. It's a card that works with the modified deck and combinations therein, right? But yeah, I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna take the Surge, and we'll go hunting for 2-drops. Man, this card keeps following me. This is like a rare. Maybe I value more than other people. Maybe I value A, red more than other players, and B, this rare more than other players. But I mean, I know it's got like uncommon power level, but it's got good uncommon power level. So yeah, I just thought I'd call that out. But we might just want another synth. I like synth, especially if you're keeping your curve low. I had this in I had the awkward situation recently of a deck that had a couple of synthesizers, but was also splashing the 3 Samurai 6-drop, right? So yeah, when I flipped that off the synthesizer, it was not great. But this really is the thing we're trying to do. I like March of Reckless Joy, but again, it's kind of uncommon power level, and this is the thing that the deck we're really trying to do here. So let's really do the thing. Now we got choices. Check this little center chunk out. Help, gang. I don't know. I think it's Beetle over Ambusher. And I think it's probably Kamano over Flame Discharge, but that's close too. And then Disruptor's also on the list if we want to lean blue, but maybe we're just back to leaning red so that we know that we're taking a card we're playing here. Samurai in the Convo, maybe it should be, but at this point, yeah, maybe it should be given we don't have a second color clearly defined. But chat seems to like the Saga. I'm down for that. I think I like these in multiples, especially when you can kind of increase your chances of turn oneing this Saga. I win a lot of those games. What can we take here? Nothing great for the red side. So do we have blue or black we want to add on? We could just take a mythic, you know. And by the way, like if I weren't gem independent and can do anything I want on the system because I'm rich, baby. If I weren't that, I don't mind taking mythics at all. In fact, we might just do it. There's nothing really that good in here. This is a low cost mythic, but like probably lethal exploit. Yeah, Blade Master's okay, but I'll be a grown-up and say, hey, no shame, like, go ahead and take the Mythic. That's fine. I don't care that much. I'm going to take the Lethal Exploit and give us proper inroads into a secondary color to figure that out here. Steelbreaker is on plan, but not super important. We can probably pick one of these up in the next pack and a half, and if we don't, it's no disaster. Whereas Haven is going to help us cast all of our stuff. Specialist could work. I mean, you know, it's just good if we're playing blue. And yeah, you could take the Gain land, but I'd rather just take the card that's going to help fix any deck we end up in. So I'm going to take the Haven. Another Suit Up, tempting me. Ogre is fine, and I play it in these decks, but I don't prioritize it. Like, I like what this does as a 3-mana impact on combat more so than this even. It's just that this we know will play. I'll be a grown-up, Rob, but this is a much better card. But because I'm not sure where we're at on second color, I want to make sure we don't screw this up. Ooh, let's. Is this playable for us? I don't even know. It's a Mythic Saga we could cast. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. That does nothing. Chapter 2 does nothing. So then you get a 3/3 trample. That seems... No, we're not going to rare draft. We're going to take a Virus Beetle. I mean, it's an artifact that may be in our color pair. Pick 9. So the Surge comes all the way back. We were considering that in round 1. We took the Synth instead. 3 Surges is starting to get excessive, but we're in the deck that can turn these into 4 damage spells at not much of a loss. So we're going to go ahead and take them with the understanding that this is the deck where these get a lot better. And here is a place we can grab the Steelbreaker and be happy about that. I do like sacking an experimental synthesizer to the Steelbreaker on turn 5. You know, that's only 1 mana. You're going to get 4 mana behind to cast stuff off the synthesizer if you don't hit land. And it, you know, so I like that combo. You know, if we get more synths, I'll like... Man, you know, I was looking at taking this potentially the last time it came around. Clearly, I like this more than the community, or else we're just, you know, in a pretty solo red lane. We could also take the Sphere if we just wanted to take more things that we felt were on plan. I mean, I think this is good. I kind of ran out of time there. I don't mind having grabbed the Sphere. We're still unclear as to where our second color is, which means we're going to leave a lot of our good picks on the side here. Either the black cards that we like or the blue cards that we like are most certainly going to, you know, almost certainly going to be not played. So we're going to be cutting it close on even playables, I think. I want to keep that in mind. And yeah, Steelbreaker and Ogre, these are these necessary evils of this deck if you don't get the incredible version of it, which we don't really have an incredible version of it here. This is interesting. Might wheel another Surge. We've got an Eater, which is on plan in terms of being an artifact. But we also have Replication Specialist, which is like a little bit busted in the old artifact shell. Are we cool with leaning blue at this point? I think we can cut this. I think I'm going to reserve this for now. See what chat has, thoughts chat has. Man, I want these disruptors then. You like the sword? All right, well, I kind of just got swayed by somebody in chat at the, you know, Hammer's like, yeah, JC and True. Hammer, JC, and True were all like sword, so I was like, okay, sword. But that was a tough pick. Classically tough enough that I'm not sure it mattered. Containment Construct is going to be our pick here over Surge Hacker. This is going to make us want to pick up the 3-mana rock that does rummaging, and also makes me more inclined to try and be blue and pick up Modern Age. Why Construct over Mech? Because I adore free cards. Well, suck it. I'm taking the construct. This card has won me so many damn games. I love it. I acknowledge that right now we don't have the discard to make it sing, but I like it so much I'm going to try to do it. I mean, we do have a sphere, and I can take another one here. It all works. I'm telling you. I hear you, but I'll just have to. I'll prove it with my play. I mean, this does get him dead. Like, it's so powerful to have a good late game. Yeah, let's take a thief, and then we'll try and wheel this sphere. I was mainly just calling out. In fact, I probably should have taken even the song shaper, but sphere is good too. This is an interesting pick. We can pick up one of these terrariums, and it does start to open up the ability to add the black in. The thing is, I don't see a need. Like the black is not hyper relevant here, and double thief with the smelter is interesting. Turning treasure into 3/1s is something cool. So let's do that, and then I hear you on Song Shaper. I think we're going to wheel something. A 2 or 3 mana artifact ought to come around from this. But this the double thief just makes me want the 1/1 blue flyer or sling. This will be good now too. I really would like things that help us potentially ninjutsu and a thief on 2. Yeah. Kunai over Renegade. Papercraft Decoy over Puzzle Maker or Puzzle Maker? We're not deep at 3. Also, not really finding. So far, you're all right that this construct isn't at its best here. We're getting pretty deep in the pack here and have not found anything in this pack besides the one sphere. Hopefully, we'll wheel another one and it'll be okay. I'm still going to run this as a curve filling 2/1, but we didn't get there on the. I'm sorry. I don't even know what I had reserved there. I wonder what we picked. Disruptor, great here though. Yeah, boar is interesting. So is even a land that again points towards the red, but I want a disruptor. That gave us a Oh yes, 3rd disruptor. Are you kidding me? I mean, 3rd 1-drop creature that can attack, and yeah, this is our deck just got a lot better with the double disruptor end game here. Specialist. Or Kami. Kami is nice for bringing back synthesizers. That's a little fun sequence, although it's... I mean, you have to put 5 mana into it, so... Yeah, we're just going to take the Specialist. Song Shaper comes back. Sphere does not, though, so far. It's not just about ninjutsu, Rob. This card is good. Oh, good. It was this pack. I think in this deck, if we're taking Boar, we're really taking a 90+% combat trick with a 10% shot at being a relevant attacking creature. And that's a split that just makes me want the Disruptor. I just think for us, Boar is primarily combat trick with Trample, and that's fine. It's a good trick, but I just don't think it's like a priority. Cutting the black and then seeing what's left. I am calling it what it is, that I'm not negative, positive. That is the shape of the card. And I believe that the shape of a card that is 90% 2 mana +3/+1 and trample combat trick and 10% attacking 6-drop is not better on average in terms of how it impacts our win percentage than a disruptor. It's not negative as it is just negative relative to how I think the disruptor impacts our win percentage. Tough land sitch. I really like. It's nice to have 8 untapped red sources for the synthesizers and the or not the synthesizers, the Kamano and the Sling, which you don't really want to run that out on one. But then also 8 islands for the double disruptors. But I also kind of want to be a 16 land deck, so that's a little awkward. Although we could just try and let's start by seeing what our non-artifacts are. And we've got 19 total right now, so we can. There's room to give at the at this as well. But with these disruptors and the Sling, I do like a brute suit in this deck. Thanks, Gar. But some stuff has to give here. This is actually really tough. I gotta like cut a land and 6 spells. I think we want blue early more than red. I'm gonna actually have it be this. And then we got choices. Man, this is tough. Do we cut like a specialist? One of the surges? Again, in a artifact heavy deck, I like the surge as real threat of 4 damage. We could cut a Ninja's Kunai. Probably need to cut a Kunai or a Surge. Which one do you think should go? Maybe I just give up and cut this construct that I was so high on. We just didn't end up with... I just figured we could find some more discard besides a couple of channel cards. Maybe I can cut a Steel Breaker. We don't need 2 of those at the top end. You like getting rid of the Kunai? Cut the Kunai. And then... maybe one of the spheres even? Because I like Synthesizer as card draw a little better. Spheres are what are making the constructs do something relevant, though, which means we could, again, we could just cut this. It's a bit of a lightning rod. I want to kill this on sight when I see it across the way, but I seem to like it more than chat. Yeah, Steelbreaker is good with the double synth, but I don't necessarily think that's a reason to run 2. Maybe I just have to give up like a suit up even. I just love these so much. But these are I love them so much because I've been playing so much ninjutsu where having that block punishment is just mission critical. Not that this aggressive deck wouldn't love to punish some blocks, but maybe in this case, unlike the ninja deck, we're just clearing the way with voltage surges, right? This card has such a high win percentage. Maybe I'm supposed to cut a surge as well, a surge and the kunai. Rob is cutting the second sphere. Yeah, maybe that's correct, Rob. If I do that, though, I should probably go this way. We'll have turn 1 disruptor less frequently, but we have a lot more red in the early slot. So, and especially the thing with surges is that if you want to cast a surge plus another spell on even like turn 3, right? That if you're trying to do this and another spell on turn 3, mostly that other spell is going to be red as well, and so effectively this creates a lot of need for red in your deck. So we should really bump the red on the trips surges, if nothing else. Close. Yeah, I think I need to give up a suit up. I love the card, but I'm going to give up one of them. And then now I need your help, chat. What's the cut? I'm going to do some bling redemptions while you tell me what to cut. We need heart sleeves. I know it's harder to tell me what to cut when you can't see the deck, though, so we'll get back to it. And I'll get out of your way a little bit. 41 card special. What do you want me to? You know, I love the suit, so I'm easy to convince. But we need to make cuts. So then you gotta be disciplined with me, Rob, and help me figure out cuts if you want to bring the suit back in. You like cutting brute suit. Do keep in mind though that that brute suit is one of the reasons I like a thing like a couple of disruptors. It gives them and a sling even. It gives this something to do. Automated Artificer. Yeah, this is another 2 that could be cut, like ramping to this. Yeah, maybe that's the cut. Even more so than decoy, the construct. This isn't really doing much, but neither is this, and this attacks for 2. And again, this is way more of a lightning rod than this. So all right, let's try this. But wait. Oh, because I put a suit up back. So yeah, now if you want to, Rob wanted this suit up back. So here, it's back. Yeah. Well, so what, I mean, we can't ignore our 2s either, though. We need to, like, especially with Kumano, like, I don't want to cut another 2. I would rather cut, again, a suit up. We'd love for these to be 2s. Maybe I can cut a thief, but again, they do work. Specialist. Maybe it's just the specialist. But this is the kind of thing that does create breakthroughs to get through. So we could cut a voltage surge instead. You like one thief? I think I like cutting a specialist before one of the thieves. I'm going to go with that gut, Rob, but I hear you. I'm going to do this so we can get going. Stealing something. Stealing wins? Sure. Yeah, I just gotta cut something though, Rob. So I cut something, let's play. Maybe I'll be convinced to either during sideboarding, since we're best of 3, or as a main deck switch before the next match, we'll switch something up. And let me adjust all these. Sure. We have Eater, but we also have set up the exact scenario that I'm talking about that I love so much. So I'm going to eschew playing the Eater Virtue and just set up to surge their 2-drop. It might backfire. They could Saga, especially in these colors, but I'm going to make him Saga me or make him just not do something to punish. I love having this punishment ready, and it's not that big a deal to miss the surge, the virtue drop. So I took the risk. It didn't pan out, but also it didn't pan out because they didn't do anything. So that's not bad. So this could have been our 1-3. This is on the short list of possible cuts in this deck. And darn it, we don't have a creature in hand to guarantee doing something useful with this next turn. We do have the suit up. We could just charge in and suit up. We could also just play the mountain, play the Eater of Virtue, and flare the archer and get in. And then by playing Eater of Virtue, we get around the fact, like Kumano, we try to find something where we're sure Kumano's going to get something, but almost at the same time, maybe we just gamble that we're going to find a creature in the next draw. We could also just hook up the Eater attack, and if they want to trade Construct for Archer is fine, right? Yeah. I'm going to do this. Sorry, I'm running out of time here. So it also holds up the Surge for the future, and I don't really care about this Construct. So I had to make a call. We're at 0 hourglasses. I went for it. And now this is an interesting question. Hold up Surge or gamble on Kumano? I'm going to gamble. Let's draw a creature. It's what we want. There are worlds in which we find a land and we suit up and then find a 1-drop. Boo Ernst. Hey, Fighting Walloon, welcome. This thing's got to die. I think I'm going to try to pick this off with a Surge right now and then hit it with the Flare if they've got something in response. I mean, this thing, I got to kill that thing. All right, that died. Unfortunate, no value Kumano Chapter 2. That bums me out, but it's still eventually going to be a 1/1 haste for 2/2 haste for 1. It's the little time penalty on getting that, but it also did some damage. Anyway, I hate missing Chapter 2 on this, but I got to remind myself that's still going to be a 2/2 for 1, which doesn't suck in this kind of deck. And there's an argument to bolt the bird, but they're almost out of cards, and this is the thing that really blocks us, so I'm going to pick off the archer. I'm going to play out a land so that I can equip Eater. I guess they're tapped out, so it's not really going to matter, but I do have the suit up available. But it's not going to matter. I'm going to play Brute Suit after combat. One for reach, reconfigure. I'll get some more blue mana here. I like going ahead and sending in. They probably double block, and we blow that out pretty handily. So let's blow out their double block and make them scoop game 1. I love suit up. Oh, they're not even gonna do it. They've got 2 mana. If I go for it, they could come back with deal damage to attacker. But then again, there's nothing else to do this. Like, I don't have any other play. I'm going to risk it for Biscuit here. This could be, are we wrecking or are we getting wrecked? We're going to find out, but I'm going to make him have it because my turn options are so bad if I don't. There we go. And instead... Well, I was thinking I had a land and could play that, but this doesn't tap for mana. So anyway, but if this were a regular land, that's the kind of thing I was hoping for there. Does it? I never do that. Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, I've never used it that for. Still reading cards. Still reading cards here. For that, we get a reading meme. Here is this card that I love, and I don't even know what it does. So classic.
Oh no, please! I can't read your crazy.
So we'll consider that play for
language.
next turn. And it's a good reason to, you know, this card just got a little bit better for me. This card stayed awesome. Is it going to be good enough for Oppo to get back in this thing? Maybe. Probably want to crew the Brute Suit normally, hook it up with the Eater, make it this 6/3 that they got to throw stuff in front of, and then we suit up that. Although maybe we don't have the mana for that. If we draw a basic land, I think we can, because you get one for the re-equip, 2 for the decoy, and then another land for the suit up. I don't know if we thought it was bad. We thought it was just going to have too much competition from other quality 6-drops, right? But now, yeah, it's like, turns out the other quality 6-drops and their flexibility weren't a match for the power of the Oath. The Voltage Surge is a very interesting draw as well. That's going to help blow out a double. That makes me not even really need the suit up. Although I kind of like, let's do it this way. Kumano's going to crew it. Then we're going to move it. And then we have suit up and surge during attack. That's going to be great. Do your worst, Oppo. That's easy. We're going to go ahead and just surge that and drop a Papercraft decoy. Hold the suit up. Still, we only got 2/3 of an Imperial Oath. 2/3 of an Imperial Oath's creatures, not even 2/3 of the card. That Scry 3 is really part of what was underrated about the card. The insano value of you having 6 mana and sifting through your top 3 cards. That is big game that we didn't really acknowledge as being as big as it was. I could move the sword because it's not going to kill the suit. So let's move the sword onto our defender, or our decoy. Make for a better blocker. Suit up is, again, going to be the secret sauce for this game. Thanks for convincing me to keep both in. I love the card. I love it more now. Hey, did you know that you can target a vehicle and cruise it? Behold. Hateful card. Can we beat it? Maybe. We do have... I'm going to do the same play. I'm going to disguise the suit up, not use it to surprise activate here. I'm going to crew off the decoy, move the sword again, and this time have the suit up. And it seems like they'll go for a double block, and we'll get both of those creatures and keep our suit. Or they chump. Maybe they just take it. I mean, I don't know. If they just take it, I probably suit up for value. Although it's not value, isn't it? Right? Because the Brute Suit's core 4 power anyway. So yeah, we'll just leave it. And then actually we can use suit up on defense if they come at us. But this is fine. And I'll move this now to Kumano. I'm so happy that finally an opponent has only scryed to and drawn to, it feels like every time my opponents play this, they have 1 or fewer cards in hand and draw 4, and every time I play, I've never drawn 4 with this card. Maybe that just means I'm misplaying it or not building well around it, but I try. It's just like, well, no, it's not. I need to cast this. Top, not my favorite result from an Oppo Scry. Yeah, I thought we were in great shape here, and then Imperial Oath turned things around. So I got to reread this thing. Choose target permanent card in your graveyard. You may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with it. If you do, return the chosen card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and but then it exiles if it leaves again. So you're trying to swap something on the battlefield for a like type from your graveyard that's better, right? So let's see what they've got in here. They've got a Sky Turtle as an enchantment creature. So they're looking to get that back out, which is going to be good for them. But I think we can even defeat that with the suit up if we're careful. So figure they're going to go Sky Turtle here, but that it's not the end of the world. We can still maneuver here with the suit up and at least come up with a trade. And Song Shaper can activate the Brute Suit. But Brute Suit has this natural 4 power. Really, I want to keep things on the Kamano effectively. Maybe I send if I send the Decoy, that doesn't upgrade into something that trades for the Turtle. So we've got to make sure that what we're doing trades for Turtle. So we're going to use the Decoy to crew the suit. Although, again, that doesn't do it, right? Because suiting up the Brute Suit actually doesn't change its power. We don't get there on the 5. So I think we're actually just at send Kamano. Trouble is there, they get a block with this. So maybe what I do is move the weapon to the Decoy, and we do the whole thing but off the Decoy, because that at least says, hey, I'm doing this because I'm just looking to trade the Decoy off and draw a card, right? So this is what I'm going to do. Trouble with sending Brute Suit is that I can't make its power bigger with the suit up. I could move the sword to it, but I like this a lot better. They may just block with the 2/2, but that's fine. I'll trade the Decoy and upgrade, but they're going for this, and that's what we wanted because we get them, kind of. We even get to draw, though. That's cool. Oh, no, we don't. Sorry. Oh, wait, look. It's leave play. It's not die. That's a key language difference in the rules. Leaves play versus dying. So cool. Most cards are dying, so it's easy to forget that part. And we'll go ahead and re-equip. Trying to beat a Behold with an aggro deck. It's not the life I'm looking to live, but we might get there. Yeah, JC and Reach calling out that it would have worked anyway, even without that wording. Boo! That's going to be good for him. Man, we are really being pushed to the limit of our ability to get this game won. I really thought we had it. Now I'm really struggling, but we have tools here. We have tools, Smelter, Song Shaper coming up. If we draw, like, I guess the best draw would be the synthesizer, because then we could go synthesizer, look for something, drop smelter, and crack it. Got 2 of those. How about one of them? Two anvils, love it. Me too, Buckeye. Have you tried the standard version of that deck? Go to, it's my new favorite standard deck, like, of all time. Not just my new favorite standard deck today, but, like, we've achieved peak standard with the Anvil deck. Which is funny, because I was so gripey about Cat Oven, and there's definitely some similarities to Cat Oven in the Anvil sitch, but I think it's way more fun to play. And there's not nearly as trigger intensive as the Cat Oven was for digital play. Hey, it's funny, we were talking about this in the... we passed this, and I was like, has anybody really made this really sing? And, well... they might. I mean, like, Getting Back Behold is good enough. Man, we are just up against a value engine here, though, that I don't know exactly how we get through with what we're doing. Yeah, this is all just not powerful enough given what our opponent is doing. We got a decent start, and now we're just getting overpowered. We can hook up the suit and send in, but then they let the Living Lord die, and what do they get back for that? They get a Saga. Saga enchantment creature control your owner's hand, or return target Saga from your graveyard to your hand. Wait. Okay, so they can bounce a Saga or return one. No, oh, I guess they have a Shintai? A shrine and an archer? Alright, so what are we doing? I guess Song Shaper's Steelbreaker pass. We could send the Brute Suit, though, so maybe I should start there. It's just I don't have mana to... Oh, I do have mana to even move the sword, so I'll do that. Although at that point, I may as well, not that it matters, do it like this. This gives them their dead Saga, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to want to take the Behold back, because now they've done it. See, I was like, oh, my opponents actually only drew 2. That's because they were setting up to draw 4 now. It's so good. Oh, they don't even want that dead right now. They're going to let it die later for more value. All right. We'll take this. Thanks, Suit. Suit did pretty good work here. So sick. How am I supposed to beat this? Well, with aggro and tempo, I guess, but their 12 cards to our 20 means they've gone +8 on cards. Finally, that's our 1 4-drop, by the way. Truly, that's the only card in our deck they could even get with that. Damn it. Slipping away, slipping away, slipping away. Sucks. Not completely gone, but slipping away. Gonna have to win on clock, where I'm only 10 minutes behind somehow. Never mind. We're gonna have to win on 2 aggressive back-to-back wins from here. Oh, you're returning that to hand? Great, because I mean, we have no more targets. None. Like, literally zero targets left in the deck for that, at least. Smelter sacking anything makes 0 sense. So we are on Eater sending in on Kumano. I like that. We're going to hold Song Shaper till we hope that it can do some more stuff with the artifact triggers. But we got to keep attacking. And this is likely just going to be chumped, though. I think if I were Oppo, I would just be looking to chump from here. That's why they got their 04. I didn't even mean to send the Song Shaper, but it didn't really matter because it was so no-brainer that the block that they executed. But we could still get there. Like, an amazing sequence would be somehow drawing a synthesizer and, like, having it produce another synthesizer, and then we smelter synthesizers away for a couple of turns, and then smeltering them away produces more value. Like, chaining together synthesizers for incredible value to get wide enough to get them dead at 5 feels like kind of our best chance. If we had something like a boar, we might be able to top deck a boar and win. But we had no chances at any boars throughout the draft. I don't know, it was weird. And nobody suggested them or anything, so I guess it's just couldn't have done anything about that. Looking grim here. Despite 20-5, I just feel wildly behind. And looks like this didn't even enter through the Spirit Sisters call, right? So this actually can be looped and everything without penalty. Gosh, so tough. Here I am catching up on clock though, right? Well, synthesizers are still in there, waiting to help us out like I hoped. I don't think we can get wide enough now, though. They've got 5 blockers now. If we can't kill any of these, they're going to have 2 more next turn. Really feels like this is GG. And I'm gonna pack it in a little bit early, but that's a concession to my clock. That had completely slipped away. Our outs there, maybe it was some combo of synthesizer into ogre for no blocking that could have gotten it done. But yeah, we are just looking to, I can't believe they killed our 1 4-drop and then bought back the thing that kills 4 drops, and we still lost. They just had too much value accrued. To that end, maybe we're supposed to play more value to better effect. We try the specialist. That was our last cut, and I'm not thrilled about like bouncing sagas out of the way or anything, but in terms of a tempo win, it's also I bet, I mean, if they're smart, they're cutting that saga. So if we add that and maybe a surge can go. It's like Surge isn't getting the bamboo, the Archer, which is our really tough turn one, although it does pick off Bolt's birds. I'm going to try this. One Surge down. One bounce up. What you got for us, Magic Gods? Oh, this would be so pretty with one each, right? As it is, I'm going to be greedy and keep... And it's not that greedy. We have an Eater, we have a Flare, we have an Ogre with anything. So it's not like we can't curve out. And if we don't draw a land by 3, well, that's just bad luck. All right, well, hopefully they play something worth flaring. But if they don't, hopefully they just don't play anything. We want to see nothing or flareable. All right, flareable works. Like, the worst would have been some Saga that advanced their game plan, but without helping ours. Disruptor, equip over Ogre, no value is where I'm going to go here. It's close, though. But 4 on the ground versus 3 in the air. I'll take 3 in the air. And next turn we can Ogre and Disruptor as needed. Although it's hardly going to be necessary. I don't think they're going to come up with two blockers for the 3/1 flyer. There's one. Again, I don't think they're going to come up with 2. Interesting. There's our Specialist as opposed to our Shock. And this is, in this situation, much better than a Shock. We cannot Specialist and Disruptor. That would be a fun play. But we can go ahead and Specialist, just hardcast Specialist, make them redo that play, and then have the Ogre Disruptor play next turn. Really either or. We might draw something we want to do besides, like, something besides an Ogre would be nice, like we Disruptor plus a different 3-drop. No luck, though. I'm going to actually hold the Disruptor. We're going to drop the Ogre for the big power, but I'm going to hold this for clearing another attack through a Web Spinner Cuff next turn. Mana up could be... hexproof, but good to know that it's not. Like, that Thornwood Falls, no pause there, shows that they don't have Tamiyo's FU, whatever it's called. Just when you think you're making progress, you know? So frustrating. Well, we will go ahead and tap and get in for 4 with the Ogre. Although maybe I just offer the Ogre for 4 and don't do the tap yet, and again, save the tap for next turn. I think I like that. You can't really block that. You want to give up your mega blocker for all my flyers for a simple unstoppable Ogre? It's very stoppable. Go for it. Yeah, for being unstoppable, sure does not take much to bring this thing down. 2 little girls can bring this thing down. Sandbag the land. Although it makes more sense to do so when it keeps you at 3 cards, because then you have a way to play around discard 2. Discard 2 doesn't really care, although maybe it tempts an opponent into that play when it's not as valuable as they think. Yeah, their clock is better than ours. 18:23 to our 11:39. So 1139 should be enough for me to get this match completed, even if we win this game, but I'll keep an eye on it. Okay, a lot of open mana. We did not find any action. Boo to the urns. This is probably not going to work out, but I don't have any other plays, and we got to try to get him dead. So I'm going to knock down the reach, swing in, and see exactly what they're holding up here. A lot of mana, a lot of cards. So this is really about asking Oppo a question. I'm going to move the Eater to the Disruptor. If we have this something die with holding the sword, let's let it be a flyer, right? What do you know? It's pausing, as though Oppo has things they might be able to do at instant speed with their 6 cards and 5 mana of 3 colors. Yeah. All right, Oppo, show us what you got. Complete. You're gonna tap that thing with an 4 mana enchantment. I can accept that. Not the worst, not the worst. Move the sword. And Oppo just spent 4 mana to take out a 1/1 for 1. Still need some help, though, here. They're going to play a, you know... God. All right. We need to tap down a couple of flyer blockers. Oh, that's brutal. I think we're going to lose match 1, gang. I mean, how am I supposed to beat this at this point in the game when I'm flooding out with my low-to-the-ground aggro-ish deck? Boy. Because now we need 2 answers to... We need to get win in the air, and we need 2 answers to blockers in the air. We've used this, which does the 2 extra damage for modified, so it's not like they're at a virtual 2 given the deck. And here's to tease me. We didn't get our discard effects, and I'm feeling it. This card's pretty annoying. I think they made Mythic Uncommons are part of Limited. I find this card to be oppressive and not fun. It's depressing to... it's one of those cards that's depressing to see. It's the ultimate groan test. I think if this doesn't win groan test from Luis and Marshall, I don't know what they're smoking. I have not groaned at anything more than I've groaned at this card, because it just feels like not only am I dead, I'm not dead for another 7 turns, but I'm not beating this thing. I'm not beating it, but I'm not losing to it for a while yet. It's just the worst. It's the worst feeling. But it's a cool design. I don't know. The draw 4 clause though is another kick in the nuts from this thing. Like, was that necessary at uncommon? Like, I wish Chapter 2... I think this would be a better design if Chapter 2 just said, scry 2, draw 2. Fewer words, less powerful, still very, very good. Well, maybe you beheld it, and then it just got into your head, and you started having visions from there. Anyway... you'd think you'd be a little more optimistic at 20-4, but I'm not. And now, in fact, I'm probably like the chances that this is being ninjutsu'd are like 100%, to the point that I'm gonna go ahead and block and just happily give my Eater of Virtue flying. Now with a Flying Eater, maybe we can chew through flyers in time. Oath is a pretty good groan tester as well. And note that we went from then the 5 mana nominee for groan tester of the set into 6 mana nominee for Groan Tester of the set. So suffice it to say, Groan. Although Suit Up, man, if we could just get an extra creature and an attacker through, we could do it. I think they're just blocking everything here, though. Yeah, Suit Up doesn't feel like it gets there, but maybe we can do something. Well, it flies, so they never mind. They only have the 1 block. I think we just need to keep making them chew through flying blockers, and Suit Up does that. Like, we're gonna put it on the Ogre, and then that. No, actually, I'm gonna put it on the Specialist. It's still a must block for them, and the Suit Up will do some work, ostensibly. Come on. Don't blow me out. Feels like they're trying to decide how to blow us out. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play the Prosperous Thief here. We're trying to get wide enough to get through for the win. So I'm playing every creature I get as soon as I can. Suit Up's probably my worst evaluation of the set. And the words are right there. Draw a card. It's right there, Ryan. You saw that it's... I didn't really read that. Honestly, I kind of tuned out after, blue thing that makes something temporarily base different. You know? I just kind of ignored it. And almost resented it the first time it was played against me effectively. Like, oh, that stupid card. You're playing that dumb thing. Oh, wait, it draws a card. Hold on a second here. Hold on. Oh, Automaton, you are so late. So late. Now we need to move this to the Ogre. Ogre trades for another 2/2 token, which is just the worst. Do I not do that? Maybe I'm just supposed to get wide. I don't trust this, though. They have this card and they chose not to play it. Like, why wouldn't they? I don't know. I think we just actually play this and pass. I don't trust Oppo. I don't think we have attacks that are going to work out for us at all here. I could move the sword to the Ogre and offer for this or for this, but with all that mana open, I don't think that's what was happening. But yeah, here we are in the process of slowly losing to this card. We're still just losing to Behold the Unspeakable here, by the way. That's what we're losing to. That's true. They may just decide that they need this for blocks. I could throw, but this could throw it on the Thief. But if we don't make 6 power, it's no point. And if we're not getting them to trade off their Unspeakable, I don't like the attack. So we're just going to keep trying to get wide enough here. But this is getting slimmer by the second. Is they're making an extra blocker for free every turn? I just don't know how to win here, though. I don't have a plan. I don't like not having a plan. I can say out loud that my plan is to get wide enough to win, but that doesn't make sense in the face of a white shrine. So this just, again, feels like something slipping away. And I feel like they did this attack before looking for ninjutsu, but I can't play around it anymore. Not really. No, we don't have any naturalized style effects in the deck. So I'm going to take this. It's going to ninjutsu, and then I probably scoop. Because I couldn't beat it the first time around. I'm not going to beat it when they recast it. Oh, they're just actually doing damage. Okay. Or maybe they're smart and do the post-damage ninjutsu thing. Yeah, Haj is calling out that I was saying that we're kind of losing to this, but this is the card that's allowing this to win, too. It's a nice 1-2 punch here. Yeah, gang. That is enough for me. I'm going to say Oppo just has a better deck. Salute. And move on. I could use a little bio break before we try to come back for a 2-0 follow. Okay? Hang tight. I'll be right back. Oh, sorry, gang. We're here. You all know what I was saying anyway, right? I get to do it! My surge thing! I must have missed the button. I think I tried to hit it. Well, drop a mountain so that if they give us another surge target, we can hit that too. Be funny to do 3 useful things with 3 surges in the first handful of turns of the game. Would love to be able to use this surge before we untap so we can just drop Shield Breaker on 4. Mender, too tough though. More land, not what we're looking for, but a target for the surge is nice. I think we'll go ahead and offer the apparent 1 for 1, and then see if they are interested in eating a surge. No, they're not going to fall for it. And we'll add some more red here, I suppose. And I'm just going to pick off the centipede while shields are down. I guess I don't have to. They got this, but we can pay the counterspell cost. They may go for some equip or something. So let's go ahead and let them get a little bit far, but I'm not going to let them get to unblocked status against blue-green. Although here's the thing, if they're going to do shenanigans with ninjutsu, they're going to do it with the Mender. And in fact, maybe that's a reason I should have just left this back, because a blue-black deck, I'm thinking, haha, they'll double block and I get them, but they're thinking, haha, now there's no way they can stop me from ninjutsuing, right? So that may have been a mistake to send that in. And now we're going to let them at least pass to attackers, and I'll do it here. But I think we're going to get very successfully ninjutsued, and this Mender is going to be very good for our opponent with this final ninja in their hand. If this is not a ninja, we're probably in decent shape here. Hey! Sometimes your expectations are not met, and it's good news. So they didn't have ninjutsu, so I'm not going to play, even though I was worried that I should have played around it. It turns out that I got lucky, and they didn't have it. So now they need to top deck it to really punish me for that, and we're winning the race if we can get this going and find another creature and everything. So definitely sending the Steel Breaker here. Although I suppose I could have played this in case in some world we wanted to sack this. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I'm going to leave the island against black and targeted discard and general discard. I want to encourage black playing opponents to go for hand destruction if they have it. It's one reason to sandbag lands against black. Well, now I can tease him into using a discard too. Now I'm going to play a land, but oh, not going my way so far today. Seven lands on turn 7 for my 16 land aggro deck. Not the result we're hoping to see. And there's the ninjutsu punishment I was so worried about. They finally drew into it. And now this is like beyond, like so out of reach. I don't know what we do from here. Yeah, moving on. I mean, kind of medium blue-black ninjas, but as I've kind of showed all week long, medium blue-black ninjas is a hell of a deck. do the specialist again. We should figure out how to bring that in. I do like it. We cut a surge last time, but this is a deck where surges seem very good, and I'm a little more inclined to give up on like even a suit up instead. You know I love suit up too, though, so maybe that's not right. Sling. This construct isn't great, but I'm nervous about dropping down further on 2s. And artifacts for that matter, but maybe it's correct. The 13, 13's going kind of low on artifacts. I'm gonna try it though. Well, I do have a busy day ahead. Maybe the magic gods are going to deliver me an O2 done. And I'll just try to take the silver lining of work ahead. Let's see if I got orders to fill today. 2 orders. Well, when you like what you're doing and you want to get stuff done, it can, I mean, it's the, hey, it's the best feeling in the world when you're excited to get back to work. These draws are making me feel pretty excited about doing something else, I'll tell you that. Keep this, be greedy, hope for the best. Kamano, you're late. Would have been so nice to do this the other way around. But if we get lucky and draw a land, we can make a 5/2 ogre. That'd be nice. Hey, Aurora. Good to see you. Thanks for the sub. Welcome. Today's lesson is keeping a stiff upper lip and a good tude when you're not having a good day at the magic tables. Flare uses all of our mana, but I'm going to use the removal that is the cheapest, and it does something here. Really unfortunate. We just needed a basic land or a 2-drop creature to get value out of here. It's kind of been the worst day of my magic life because I've cast Kumano faces Kakazan twice, and I have not utilized Chapter 2 either time. So I'm going to be sad all day just because of that. Hey, nice. That's what happens. The big moments happen. You're looking away, and then suddenly big moments. I was actually going to ask. We've got some new parents, or at least parents with new babes in the house, and I know True and Dionysus. And I was curious what has surprised you most about parenting so far. Nobody told me about that moment that you've had. The biggest moment of that. Meanwhile, I'll figure out what to discard here. Hey, Buckeye. Thanks for the sub. Probably, like, it might just be Ogre as a pitch. Yeah, I'm going to pitch Ogre. Like, I'm facing a Virus Beetle. This is not going to be a good card. But attacking for 3 and dropping an automaton here is fine. My favorite milestone from either of my kids was my daughter Clara's first steps. We had just gotten back from Costco or some other place, and we were kind of unloading. We brought stuff in from the car, and we put one of those Costco containers of animal crackers that are shaped like a teddy bear and are pretty big. They're like 1.5, 2 feet off the ground. Maybe not 2 feet, but like over a foot, and we randomly loaded that onto the living room floor, and my daughter was standing up probably 5 feet away with her hands on the couch and holding herself up on the couch, and she looks over and sees a teddy bear full of animal crackers in the living room floor, and lets go of the couch and toddles over to it and puts her hand on it. It's like, there we go. That's the secret. I don't really mind this being sent back. We can work with that. We can't really work with it here. So Kamano just gives us, it's like, I don't want to shoot this with the flare though. We could leave flare up. Let's play this. I'm going to save the suit up for combat. Although at 12, there's us in a spot where we're going to get out resourced if we don't win quick. That's legit. Really just wish we had 2 mountains. Then it would be a no-brainer to hold up the flare and play the Kamano. But I'm going to, now that I've done it, I'm going to play in the Kamano because I don't want to use the flare on the specialist, and I'm not willing to just do nothing in hopes that they play something that we want. And that, like with the beetle coming back, probably need to, I don't even know. They're going to play that, and we got to keep one of these 2. We've just gotten trounced by, at the very least, better performing decks. I don't know. I'd have to see the 2 decks side by side to make a choice on which one I'd rather take into battle. But it's been no contest on how these games have played out. I haven't really been too in any game yet. I think we're 0 for 3, looking at 0 for 4 here. So these are the spots where I'm checking in with my tilt, checking in with my attitude, and I like it. I'm doing fine. Question is, how would I be doing if I weren't on air, where I'm much tiltier, as my family knows? I'd be a little more annoyed, but so thanks. Maybe I just thank you all for helping keep cool in a rough spot. Now, what are we pitching here? Let's see. If we keep the suit up, we have this long shot path to win through the air. And in that long shot path, the suit up is better than the Kami's flare. So I'm going to ditch the flare. I don't think I believe you, Aurora, but I do want to check out Elden Ring. So, we do have 1-mana creatures. We have a Simian Sling and a Network Disruptor. We should probably play to cast one of those. We have other red 1-drops that if we hit, we'd want to be able to cast. So I'm going to play the Island so that we can leave a mountain up and dig for one of our 1-drops. But I'm going to do this. No, no, no. Ugh, too bad. Okay, 3 for 3 on missing Chapter 2 value on Kumano. So my day's getting just worse and worse by the Kumano. Well, when you've made peace with your 0 for 4 well in advance of actually taking the 4th loss, it makes it a little better too. If somehow we find a way to win in this game, it'll be miraculous and amazing. But really what's going to happen is... Yeah, why are you holding anything back? What do you I guess they're worried about the amount of damage we might be able to crack back with? All right. Probably Automaton getting big is our only way to win any kind of long game, so I'm not going to offer Automaton for the Specialist, and that's almost certainly why they left it back. The trouble is if we don't threaten to trade for the leeched up Mender, then we're kind of in trouble there too. Although we do have a Song Shaper. Boy, I'm going to offer Kumano and send the Disruptor. And probably just not block anything. They're just going to get 2 more off the Mender, and we're going to try to find artifacts to get us ahead of that angle on the race. If they got nothing but lands, it could work. That's all it takes, them having nothing but lands for the rest of the game. The non-attacking Beetle is somewhat good news. They don't have any real blowout tricks, so they would have gone for it. Brute Suit, reasonable for us. Now that the suit can be activated by the Disruptor, we're actually going to keep the Flyer back here. It's not getting the game won fast enough, I think, to be worth opting for over using it to use the Brute Suit as defense. We're kind of out of options, though. If they send in the Leech Gauntlet, I'm going to activate the Brute Suit and make them have it, for example. They're just going for a block. That's fine, too, if it works, but I'm nervous about this, too. Let's see what they got. Suit Up. I was ready for a Suit Up blowout. Suit Up is such a blowout there. Suit Up is often a blowout. We'll see. We're hanging on the edge of a cliff by our fingertips here, but we are not falling to our death yet. I see a vine we can grab. Let's grab that vine. All right, no attacks. That's what we wanted to see. That's how it starts. Smelter. Interesting. Do we give up the Disruptor in the air for a 3-1 on the ground? Probably not. And in fact, now I'm just going to drop the Smelter and start attacking with the Disruptor again. Although I should have played this island to get around counter crab. It'd be dumb if I get crab countered here. I would deserve it, though. How about a synthesizer? We're on our 4th game. We have 2 synthesizers in the deck. We've seen exactly 0 of them in hand, and I've called them out multiple times as being a card advantage way to get us back in a tough game, but has not. Yeah, I guess I could send the Suit, and if they wanted to double block and get a card off the Mender, it wouldn't be the worst. But and maybe I should be more aggressive here. Like, if we do have an advantage, close it out before they start to recover. I'll think about it next turn. I just like that we can draw some things that could potentially get us out of, make it so that they don't even have the double block to save them. Oh, that was our turn, so crewing didn't really, really matter there. Everybody with me now? Groan! Groan, groan, groan. To the groan. Consider me groaning. I have groaned and will groan again. Well, I think I'd be a pretty big tilt monkey if I weren't streaming at this point. How many times has this been cast against us in 4 games now? Well, at least prevent this from ninjutsuing for crazy value. Oh yes, and I should have crewed in response. I was too busy groaning. Too busy complaining to play good Magic. Surely you've been there though, right? Do we want to pay here to get something in? Nah, we're just gonna decline and have the suit ready. At least bottom. Top. How about top, draw 2? All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you on Friday. Sure. Get value out of that, too, because why not? Oh, my God. I'm losing my good attitude, everybody. I should just scoop before I lose it too much more. It's just one of those days. Thanks for bearing with it, with me. Haha! I did the right thing and crewed in response. Look at me, crewing in response to getting utterly annihilated by my opponent's better deck. Oh man, it even stays on. Had to be artifact or creature. Well, that's a funny way to go out. But this is just waiting in the wings to draw them 2 more cards. We're done, gang. Like, we're already 20 to 24, about to be a 6-card gap. You can't beat that in limited very easily without something wildly swingy like a sweeper. I barely have the will to keep clicking legal Magic plays at this point, truly. I guess, actually I'll do it this way. Why not? I don't know. Maybe they'll block wrong. Legal Magic plays for my audience. Can't say that was illegal. Oh yeah, do it. Thank you. Thank you. Just end this charade. Boom, boom, dead. 0 for 4. Well, if you're going to have a no cash best of 3 event, I guess 0-4 and done is the most efficient way to fail to cash. Looking for silver linings here as I was annihilated today.
Yes, get over it!
Stealing wins indeed. Everybody had their eyes on their wins and did not leave them unguarded even for a moment today. We were unable to steal a 1. Oh wait, I don't want to do this. I thought I was claiming my prize. I am not into playing out a useless game. I'm mad enough now at this deck. Oops, that's not what I want either. I want resign. Well, if you utterly demoralized me and wrecked me with Behold the Unspeakable, then that's probably you, because everybody's done that to me today. It's been a rough day, and you contributed to it. Peekawoo? Ah, well, I am not from Spain, but I'll loan you my last name if you need it. Good games, nice deck. I don't know if I played you just now or if you were my first match, but both of my opponents had really good decks today and just completely crushed me with them, so good job. My only win today was not having a terrible attitude about getting destroyed at the tables, so we'll take our wins where we can find them, and that's truly the only win I was able to find today. Oh, I got some bad luck that didn't hurt, but you had some good card quality and good lines, so I'm not taking anything away from what you accomplished there. Well done. But, yep, that's what we have. And I'm going to check for raid options. I don't see a raid captain redeemed, so I'll do it manual style. We got Lavinius. Semlin's playing Storybook Brawl, which I guess was just bought by the NFT thing that sponsors LR. Not sure how I feel about that. I'll say it makes me less inclined to want to play Storybook Brawl. Storybook Brawl was high on my list of things to check out until now suddenly it's an NFT thing. No. We got Metronome. Haven't rated Metronome in a while. Let's do that. Hang around for the gnome. When I say NFT thing, I don't mean the game is, but Tron, when you sell your company to an NFT trading site, you're now an NFT thing, okay? You are. You just are. Where are you getting your money? If it's from shaky-ass pyramid schemes looking to collapse in a moment's notice, that's your team. Oh, I didn't realize that was a raid captain. What is that even? Are we watching basketball? But sure, raid captain, I trust David. All right, good. After an 0 for 4 performance on my part, it'll be good to send you to somebody who knows what they're doing here. No Gauntlet Friday, so we'll figure out what we're doing. Probably just more Neo drafting, but I'm down with that. And we'll try to do better then than we did here. Have fun with NCAA, and I will see what they're up to and catch you all on Friday. Thanks for hanging out. Bye now. Yeah, you just missed Yamaku, but yeah.